Hi, I'm Nellie Steele. Come warm up by the fire with me as I read a scene from Blackmail of a Billionaire. When the doors opened, she stepped into the din of an office in full swing. Despite the lunch hour, people still bustled back and forth and phones rang. Julia wandered past the busy workers towards the back and into Evelyn's office. She glanced at the temporary desk set up in the corner. Empty. Grant must be on his own today. She bypassed the assistant's office and stepped into Grant's. The smile on her face faded, replaced quickly by round eyes and an unhinged jaw as she stepped into the office, lit only by the midday sun sneaking through the slits in the blinds. The faint scent of Grant's cologne mixed with a hint of Bianca's floral perfume hung in the air, creating an uncomfortable atmosphere. The chatter of the office faded behind her, the ringing phones becoming muted along with the soft clicks of keyboard, making the scene all the more jarring. Grant sat in his chair, tilted slightly back as the young assistant, Bianca, practically straddled him, whispering something in his ear. She couldn't keep a startled set of words from escaping her lips, almost immediately regretting it. "Oh my goodness!" Grant twisted to face her, an expression of equal surprise on his handsome features. The shock on the blonde assistant's face curled with satisfaction instead of surprise. "Julia!" Grant breathed, frozen in the compromising position. "I'm sorry, I'm obviously interrupting something." Julia swallowed hard as she let her gaze sink to the floor, wondering how red her cheeks were based on the burning she felt across them. She pressed a hand to her forehead as a cold wave of shock swept over her. She hurried from the office, her confusion hanging over her like a thick fog blanketing a sea of emotions she hadn't anticipated, and barreled towards the elevator. Her heart thudded against her ribs, a mix of shock and an unknown emotion coursing through her. Her clammy palms slipped on her purse strap as a lump formed in her throat. The sight of Grant and Bianca stirred a whirlpool of emotions that she couldn't identify. "Julia!" Grant's voice called behind her as she repeatedly pressed the elevator button, hoping it would open and swallow her inside. She wanted to be anywhere but here. "Julia, wait!" Grant said again. She clutched her purse until her fingers turned white as the numbers above the elevator rose toward her current floor. A sense of panic started to sweep through her as she wished she could melt. She had no desire to have a confrontation over this, particularly with unexplored and unidentified feelings wreaking havoc on her. Fingers wrapped around her arm and gently turned her around. "Julia, please, I can explain." She stared up into his blue eyes, stormy and pleading. She shook her head as the elevator dinged, indicating the arrival of the car. "You don't have to explain anything to me." She tugged her arm from his grasp and entered the elevator, pressing the button for the ground floor, then holding the door closed button. "No, Julia, please, wait!" The door slid closed before he could finish his statement. A sense of relief washed over her at the narrow escape, though it brought her little peace. What had she walked in on? Her sweaty palms closed into fists as she came to the resolution that it didn't matter. He was under no obligation to remain true to her. They weren't in love. They were in a business deal. Her feelings didn't matter in this. He didn't care. Thanks for joining me by the fire. If you'd like to spend more time in this world, the full audiobook is available now. Written by me, narrated by a human, and produced by a Novel Idea Publishing.